you confirm the
Alright, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, perlawanan kedua guys
Ladies and gentlemen, game number 2.
The Mongols versus Virtus.pro.
One game away
Makan dah ke pak? Makan dah ke?
Slot in the wild cards, a best of 5 tomorrow.
Petang tadi dah petang.
Fighting to get us all the way.
Petang dah.
We start things off with both of the junglers starting at the purple.
EWC Virtus ke Mongols bah? Macam Mongols fight.
Just going to go from the opposite direction.
Tapi game ni kan barat. Uish, ada Florin tu. Digi 1-1.
Definitely would expect that there will be quite a bit of damage coming in from the Phobias. Mumu definitely facing a bit of problem for now.
Yep, again, 4 out of 5 times it's the Phobias who wins that lane matchup. I like this Barats though. I think the Barats may have been the sole reason why they blocked out the Angela, or how they blocked out the Angela, is because it's the same concept as a glue. Whoever the hard guard goes onto, you target that as well.
Cuma nak elak pula control ni. Tapi it's a good pick juga ada Digi kan sebab ada Phobias.
So this is a stroke of genius from the Mongols. Let's see if it's
support
enough
versus support
for him to use their swerve, the Florin.
It's a complete takeaway with the suppress. I would imagine that most of the time they will want to use it against the Fredrin. So that way it kind of forces Bad Cart into a very difficult spot where he's the sole front lines being all fully committal, nowhere to go. And only after they deal with Bad Cart.
Ni ada perang. Momo.
Interesting how this massive rotation from the Mongols and just the position of Bad Cart denied him level 4 immediately. I think that's one of the reasons why they didn't force this fight. Bober making like a ragdoll onto Zetsu, starting up the turtle already. Wow, this is the Mongols first of the scene.
Let's see how and take a look at this. And Doryu currently is inside of the pit, only for the appraisers wrath to land on 2 persons.
Oh, very nampak turtle.
Looking good.
Ultimate, Mumu down.
Looking at the bright side of the day, as the first blood will go to
Barat down.
And now moving on forward, forcing
Digi level 4 boss.
Back to the middle.
Virtus.pro enjoying that long fight underneath the turtle pit. Leads him to win 2 free kills plus the turtle itself. Folks,
technical issue guys siapa yang technical issue
and your patience throughout this game, but that did not go the Mongols' way at all. They're down about 1,500 gold.
Mongols
wrong in that fight. Both of the roamers are technically out of it since they can't exactly use their ultimates. So this really just relies on to the roaming trio.
The ideal damage from the Mongols in a situation like that would come from those stomps on the Barats, right?
I think he was a small Barat,
exactly, right? He was tiny, so it went by too fast. Weirdly enough, it went by too fast, and there's not much damage yet on Mikey. I would assume that Mikey is slightly off, but within firing range of this fight is the other way that they're getting damage on. Imagine spamming the 1 and 2 off of the Zetian. So that's their win. They did not get either of those things. Hence why it was all Virtus.pro.
Okay. Everything kind of have this small little lead up. I remembering how the Mongols started at the bottom lane. They wanted to put some pressure down at the XP. And their progress over to the mid lane is a very slow moving dinosaur, right? The Barats walked all the way throughout.
Keluar ke apa malam ni? Keluar apa Ifat kerja Ifat ni Ifat?
Slow walk. And you are dealing with a Jusin. By the time he made it to the mid lane, kind of
your positioning is still in jeopardy. Yes. You're not even controlling your own trajectories, which is why in the past, I'm looking at 4 years ago, Barat is often paired with not a Digi, but a Rafaela.
Oh, Rafaela.
Yes, because
for the movement speed.
It speeds you up, yeah. There are worlds, there were matches wherein it was, yes, Barat's Estes. I'm looking at what? M3, Blacklist, right? In Singapore. Barat's Estes, this was a legit combo.
That was big.
Yep. Funnily enough, Isan Shin was also meta at the time. So yeah, no. But what resulted from that, and even in the days prior, Rafaela was also meta. It's because it allows you to speed up. So you're not as compromised in your positioning. I'm guessing that's something the Mongols didn't care about because they kind of felt and knew that VP wanted to fight anyways, and they weren't wrong in that. It's just,
guys.
I guess they saw more value in the Diggy. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, false alarm. We are
technical issue lagi.
working this
DC
out
die.
once more. The game has been paused once again. At least this does give us time to digest the map positioning, right? All the heroes have respawned, and we're seeing Virtus.pro not giving any ground. Like they're what, half health? A good chunk of them, but they're not moving. They're not recalling.
I mean, to be fair, they are kind of ahead for now. I would say that VP, they're gonna have to play the game, and especially with the fact that they have the Dew and Dorio at level 6 and all, they can definitely get somewhere. 2 kills for themselves.
Baik, ni dah last game kau ada satu lagi. Satu lagi tu Ifat.
What's more impressive is the fact that they are more than 1,000 gold away from the Mongols.
1,500. Super Gorka, first building his Hunter Strike. I guess one of the main problems that Virtus.pro has to deal with is the sheer damage and the low opportunity cost that the Diggy has to just rain down these assaults, these nukes, if you will, onto Virtus.pro's front line. So that explains why exactly Bobert is always low.
I think that one of the
Aku rasa game ni Virtus.pro menang lah guys. Aku rasa lah.
But hold on a second, Shenlin. Doesn't seem like he will be able to see the light of day.
Digi, revitalize pula tu.
Okay, they weren't expecting that kind of a rotation to come through. Suddenly, Super Gorka's part of the fight. That's the burst that Shenlin wasn't expecting.
Honestly, I didn't really quite think that the gold laner was engaged in the battle this early.
Yep.
And now Makey even having to expand that flicker, and unfortunately, even when it comes down to the time journey, but all of that is completely for naught, as Makey still went down.
1 for 1, it's a wash. Traded out for bad caught down bottom. I'm glad that we caught a bit of that exchange, given it was a 2v1. Now the turtle spawning in the same spot. This does allow for Virtus.pro to take advantage of their innate lead right now, which is again still sitting at about 1,500, almost 2,000. A lot of pressure up top, but Virtus.pro will just continue to blitz.
It seems like the Mongols is facing the very critical problem that every comp that plays a enchanter support gets is the fact that they don't have control over the map. They can't see what's going on. But as for now, in the middle lane, it does seem like Mumu will be able to land a final slash, allowing Zetsu to get a kill down on the bad card. As Mumu continues to go on and push Bober over to the right side.
Macam boleh-boleh ni guys, fightnya ni. Kalau gadernya kan.
Missile expert, I think that is going to be key for the Mongols clapback. You saw how it dispositioned everyone from Virtus.pro. They weren't ready to be that close to the turret.
Yep.
So save for the moments we're past turrets and turrets have fallen. Virtus.pro have to watch out for that. The Mongols can use that to their advantage.
And I think that is what I was trying to get into, right? The moment Shenlin actually managed to kind of get the get his time to wind onto one person, then that's great because Zetsu can always lay on top with the rockets, and this is always going to be a problem as it repositions Virtus.pro, and then from that point in time, Mumu can also reposition. So many repositioning, which will end up to make you with the Fury of the Phoenix to finally lock them into that final position.
Yeah, I guess that does become the final question, right? Like, what do you do with all this disruption? What do you do with all of this repositioning of your opponents? But you yourself aren't sure because Virtus.pro, they just have more reliable damage. Save for these bombs, Virtus.pro are the ones who are clapping back. Look at this, they catch Zetsu.
There's a taunt going all the way through, and it
does Purify, ultimate Digi.
Doesn't really do too much as Bober. It's just going to be working on the Purify. In the end, he will still go down. And Doris has a lot of HP to work with, but it doesn't really in a good spot. But he managed
hampir guys 1-1 dia mati.
Misses and wasn't able to clip anyone when it comes down to the final match. Virtus.pro walked away with only a single casualty onto Super Gorka.
That is a losing trade. You want Super Gorka to survive. You want Super Gorka to keep farming. Yes, he is 1,000 gold ahead of RinXK, but truth be told, if you take down Zetsu, the Mongols are fine with that. He's a utility jungler. He does miss out on this turtle here.
What was the damage? From absolutely nowhere. No more Diggy for now. It is going to be a free turtle once again for Virtus.pro. The Mongols constantly just losing the edge down the river line. Absolutely nothing at the 50 line.
That's about 2,000 gold still between these two squads. Super Gorka back to the farm. Despite all that's happened, Super Gorka is still up on EXP and gold. So Virtus.pro can rest assured that unless the Mongols do this, look at the pressure that they're sending over down bottom,
final slash ni satu je tu.
then they can just control the rest of the map they can control.
Ada okey kan
everywhere
Momo?
else they decide to send their troops to.
Now, we really gotta have to look out for the amount of stacks that Zetsu have. Because it seems as though the way that the Mongols want to play around by opening up the map is sending
Zetsu gerak tengah tu.
open instead. As such, there's not a lot of
Dia press bawah pula.
which is exactly what Virtus.pro
Alot jadi farm pula kat situ guys. Memang tak balance lah jadi dia.
And if they happen to find Zetsu,
Fight 5 lawan 4.
they'll go straight in on the Zetsu.
Digi
They will do whatever they can to
ulti.
bring him down as much as possible, only for Virtus.pro to find themselves in a very tough spot.
Wan mati awal. Erin mati.
They managed to bring down the T1 turret down to the bottom lane with all 4 members from BP still being really
Dia final
active.
slash Natalia tu lah. Macam kau tu Ifat nampak Ifat. Dia farm tu Ifat.
Such a bad boy. You see what he did? He got a double again. And they
Fight
have
jadi 5 lawan 4 tu Ifat.
all these blooms. The ult from Pluto is just changing the tempo of the fight. When you
Tunggu
put a small
3
unit,
4 saja
you
RQ
never
kalau
the
tak
first
apa.
goal, suddenly
Ya,
healing
RQ dah
out of
keluar.
nowhere.
Mana ada keluar jadual lagi.
Again, the ult, the change to Florin enhances what Andori is doing. Enhances what
Dah cabut
Andori's
undi
doing.
je.
Enhances even, get this, the brave smite.
Meta takes back apa? Ya tak. Tapi tak
that's what
juga.
allows them to thread the line between life and death. It's like a little baby Netherrealm.
Baby Netherrealm. It's kind of a tough call for the Mongols if they got
Aduh,
a
dia
little
kena
too close
tinggal aku lah.
into Virtus.pro. It feels like Digi doesn't really have a home to be in, right? If he stays in the front in order to save someone with
Final slash.
the time journey, but let's hold on
Habis
for a
lompat,
bit because
Digi
the time
ulti
is
macam awal sangat. Ulti Digi super awal. Legit awal.
All the way in, but he's still managing to find a kill down on the
Digi
Shen Lin.
down,
He was
crossbow
the
off
next
tank.
together, Badcott, Rin SK is having a
Cici
really good time. Well, in the meantime,
Cici
the
pula.
Pistol's Rav kind of lands, but
Sin
didn't really quite
ulti
do too
kena
much.
angkat. Dah
It's
second
like,
skill.
oh,
Ada
Nick
trade.
finds one, and then
3 untuk
Dorio
2.
walks away with yet another. There's a 2-for-3 trade, definitely in favor for the Mongols.
The Mongols finally find a window. They clap back through Virtus.pro, not paying as much attention to Rin XK. Andori was still taking his purple, and for first time, possibly, all day, if not the whole run of the wildcard, Virtus.pro may have had a comms issue. They may have not spoken well enough about the timing of their engagement. Or could it be the Mongols just fighting back when Virtus.pro wasn't expecting it?
I think it's more of the latter, right? As long as the Mongols finds an opportunity, considering the fact that it is a Digi after all, Virtus.pro is always wanting to jump into the battles. As long as they are able to kind of single out Zetsu, the only important frontliner, the tankiest frontliner, then great. The rest of the Mongols is going to have a tough time. It's all about the pick-off first. If whether Virtus.pro is going to be the aggressor or it will be the Mongols.
And now the Lord
Kasi kali ni
Dogs
mak
has
kena ada
begun.
undi pa. Jadual dah keluar lah. Mana kau bagi aku link tengok.
Non-significant. In comes
Betul, betul.
Andoriu.
It's going to be a taunt down to Shen Lin, only for him to pop on the time journey. He wants to run
Ada
away.
perangan. Digi macam biasa mati awal. Final slash 3 mati pada Mongols. Memang meninggal lah ni rata ni guys. Rata!
Rin SK, Mumu shortly after, Virtus.pro lost none.
It's a wipeout. The Mongols, no one left on the map. Virtus.pro going straight for the Lord. That is how Virtus.pro wanted that last team fight to go. Yes, Shen Lin did die. Yes, he did get to use all of his resources. Yes, Rin XK did take to the skies, but here's an instant replay. Shen Lin first to go. Mikey next, no free nukes. And then eventually, the rest followed. Because again, Enchanter lineups are very synergy specific. It's not like triple marksman when you lose one, it's okay. Virtus.pro, they
Asal sound game dia
when
macam
their
pecah pula
synergy
guys.
worked
Aduh.
better. When their synergy trumped Mongo's synergy. And in this
Tapi Foya memang counter alert nampak. Dash iya.
with the small lead, I guess I wasn't so sure where the economy was, right? It looked like it was a small lead.
2K.
2,000. I guess that was worth it. Okay, a good chunk of it is on
Good chunk of it is
the gold.
Kau tengok berapa kill Povius tu.
Isn't Badcott
8 bay. Berapa banyak hero dash duduk dalam ni.
Yes, because of the fact that it is a choke point.
DP ni kena mana?
Everyone is
Russia.
together, allowing Badcott to do a massive
Mumu.
amount. And speaking of which, this
Final
is no
slash ni
longer
pelik
that,
tu guys,
that
sumpah
choke
pelik.
point that we were
Tak
talking
dapat
about.
orang. Aku rasa dia kena pressure dah ni.
Going all the way around with VP. Getting
Meninggal.
the first down, Zetsu, Shen Lin,
Meninggal.
and
GG
everyone.
WP. 12 minit saja tuan-tuan dan puan-puan.
VP.
GG.
They will take this fight. They will take the crystal. They.
Grand final di tangan Virtus.pro guys Tahniah untuk Virtus.pro 2-0. membantai Mongols. Jangan lupa like, komen, share bagi pendapat korang pasal game ni. Dan paling penting jangan lupa subscribe. Obvious player jangan lupa. Ai boleh. GG.
That managed to pull off 2-0 victories time and time again. This team, they are ready and they will be the first team to head themselves over to the grand finals where they wait on their throne for a competitor tomorrow.
Another major international miss for the Mongols. I hate to say it, but they've always been bubbling. It's always been
good game.
The Mongolians